In a sign of shifting tides, China, Russia, and Jordan have formed an unlikely economic alliance that threatens to upend decades of United States dominance in the Middle East. This new partnership was born out of mutual economic interests, yet carries profound geopolitical implications. By linking their financial fortunes, these dissenting nations now have the potential to counterbalance American influence across the region. Most striking is Jordan's participation as the US allied kingdom walks a precarious line between its historic ties with Washington and the promise of new opportunities from the East. Meanwhile, old rivals like China and Russia see an opening to expand their footprint and challenge US hegemony. As sanctions increasingly isolate Iran, countries across the Middle East must decide whether to stand with America or hedge their bets. The first test will come in how the international community responds to US moves targeting Iran's oil exports. For the US, maintaining control grows more difficult as alternative power centers emerge. The rules of the game in this volatile region may be changing faster than anyone expected. The question is, how will Washington react to losing its tight grip on the strategic Middle East? In the grand tapestry of history, economic sanctions have emerged as a potent tool in the toolbox of global diplomacy, strategically deployed to shape the behavior of nations perceived as potential challenges. The recent maneuvers orchestrated by the United States against Iran's oil sector transcend the realm of mere economic pressure. They cast a geopolitical veil over the entire region, with Iran, a recognized regional power, finding itself at the epicenter of this unfolding drama. The economic onslaught directed at Iran has the potential to corner the nation, propelling it towards pivotal decisions that may reshape the destiny of the entire Middle East. As the eyes of the international community remain fixed on the unfolding events, Iran's response becomes a crucial juncture, a moment pregnant with implications that stretch far beyond the immediate economic fallout. In contrast to the initial assurances from President Joe Biden regarding a reevaluation of US foreign policy, the current administration is now navigating the intricate waters of Middle Eastern geopolitics. The decision to target Iran's oil industry is not merely a diplomatic maneuver, it's a daring gamble fraught with uncertainties, and its outcome could send ripples across the region and the broader global landscape. At the heart of this economic chess game lies the intensification of sanctions on Iran's oil exports, a clear-cut strategy aimed at strangling the economic lifeline that sustains Iran. The United States is wielding this leverage to pressure the Iranian government into reassessing its actions. As we plunge into the intricacies of the high-stakes gambit, the buzzwords resonating in the geopolitical arena are US economic strategy, geopolitical ramifications, and Iran's reactive stance. The world collectively holds its breath, anticipating the unfolding chapters in this gripping narrative of economic brinkmanship. Yet, amidst the high-stakes maneuvering, a fervent debate ensues regarding the efficacy of strategy. Iran, like many nations in the region, heavily relies on oil exports as a linchpin of its economy. Disrupting this vital source of revenue sends shockwaves that extend beyond governmental finances, affecting the livelihoods of millions of Iranians. This raises a critical question. Is the Biden administration willing to jeopardize the stability of an entire region to achieve its geopolitical goals? Before we delve deeper, we'd like to gauge your engagement. If you're finding value in this video, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Now, let's unravel the multifaceted potential consequences of this bold economic strategy. On one hand, it could effectively exert pressure on Iran, prompting a reconsideration of its regional policies. However, on the flip side, it carries the ominous risk of backfiring, potentially pushing Iran into a corner where desperation breeds unpredictability. History serves as a stern reminder that nations backed into a corner often resort to unconventional methods, and in the volatile Middle East, such actions could have far-reaching implications. Moreover, the effectiveness of economic sanctions as a tool of coercion is far from guaranteed. While sanctions have been deployed in various geopolitical scenarios, their success has often been uncertain. In the case of Iran, a nation resilient in the face of years of sanctions, there exists a level of adaptability that should not be underestimated. The Iranian government, well versed in navigating through economic resistance, may not yield as easily as anticipated. As we scrutinize the potential outcomes of this intricate economic dance, the world watches, and the keywords resonating through the geopolitical arena are Biden administration strategy, unpredictable consequences, and resilience in the face of sanctions. In the face of these formidable challenges, Iran, renowned for its resilience in the midst of adversity, may actively seek alternative avenues to sustain itself, throwing a curveball into the anticipated impact of the U.S. strategy. The repercussions of this economic offensive transcend the immediate borders of the involved nations, casting a shadow over an already tumultuous Middle East. A looming concern revolves around the potential domino effect within the region. The intricate interdependence of Middle Eastern economies means that any shock to one system can send reverberations across borders. As Iran grapples with the economic fallout from reduced oil revenues, neighboring countries with economic ties or trade partnerships may also experience aftershocks. This delicate power balance could be disrupted, potentially escalating tensions with regional rivals and further destabilizing an already volatile region. Moreover, the economic hardships resulting from the U.S. strategy may give rise to broader social and humanitarian issues. Economic uncertainty often fuels discontent among the populace, and in the Middle East, this discontent can manifest in various forms, from widespread protests to radicalization. The potential for social unrest adds another layer of complexity to an already intricate situation. Yet, the spotlight isn't solely on the U.S. Other nations with strategic interests in the region, notably Russia and China, are poised to respond strategically to these developments. For Russia, a long-standing ally of Iran, the U.S. strategy poses both challenges and opportunities. While weary of potential destabilization, Russia might also seize the chance to strengthen its ties with Iran, potentially reshaping alliances in the Middle East. China, wielding expanding global influence, is unlikely to remain a passive observer. The Middle East holds immense significance in China's ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, and disruptions in the region could impact its strategic investments. As the U.S. tightens its grip on Iran, China may reevaluate its own economic and geopolitical calculations, adjusting its stance to safeguard its vested interests. In this unfolding economic showdown between the United States and Iran, the Middle East stands at a crossroad. The decisions made in the ensuing months will carve the path of the region, with far-reaching consequences on the global geopolitical landscape. The United States confronts a multifaceted challenge as it maneuvers through the intricate economic strategy in the heart of the Middle East. In the pursuit of addressing Iran's influence and behavior, a delicate balance must be struck, carefully considering potential ramifications. Achieving this balance between strategic objectives and unintended consequences demands a nuanced understanding of the region's intricacies. Unilateral actions must be tempered with a broader perspective, recognizing the multifaceted nature of the Middle East. Iran, facing a formidable path forward, must judiciously weigh its response, considering the welfare of its people and the overall stability of the region. A strategic vision prioritizing long-term interests over impulsive reactions is imperative to avoid exacerbating tensions. The international community plays a crucial role, and diplomacy, often overshadowed by other strategies, needs to be at the forefront. A collaborative and multilateral approach addressing the underlying causes of conflict is vital for sustainable solutions. As immediate challenges loom due to U.S. sanctions, the Middle East is poised to respond. Iran's heavy reliance on oil revenues, contributing significantly to its GDP and government budget, makes the potential economic consequences substantial. Beyond economic figures, these sanctions directly impact the daily lives of ordinary Iranians, as essential services and government initiatives heavily rely on oil revenues. In summary, the United States faces the complex challenge of balancing strategic objectives with potential consequences, requiring a nuanced approach that considers the complexity of the Middle East. During this complexity, a significant subplot unfolds in Jordan, a key U.S. ally. Taking a bold economic stand against Israel, Jordan's actions go beyond financial transactions, reflecting a deeper struggle within the Arab world. The refusal to engage in economic cooperation with Israel, while praised by some Arab nations, also faces criticism for potentially destabilizing the already fragile political situation in the Middle East. Jordan's decision to stand against Israel carries far-reaching consequences, adding another layer to the intricate political and economic landscape of the region. The strategic expansion of China's influence includes a potential impact on the diamond market. If the G-7 proceeds with sanctions on Russian diamonds, it could create a void, and China appears poised to fill the gap. The Chinese diamond industry, already on an upward trajectory, could experience a significant boost, gaining a larger market share previously held by Russia. The ongoing conflict with Hamas has positioned the United States to assert its influence and demonstrate commitment to international security. By actively addressing global challenges, the U.S. aims to alleviate some pressure on domestic issues and engage in international debates. This strategic move showcases proactive leadership and helps maintain control over the narrative regarding the conflict. There are varying opinions of whether imposing sanctions on nations for Israel is the right approach. Some argue it's necessary to pressure these nations into taking action to end the conflict, while others believe it's an ineffective approach that harms innocent civilians. As for why the U.S. sees this as its war and Israel's war, historical alliance, vested interests in Israel's security, and broader implications for regional stability and global security are key factors. However, it's crucial to note that the U.S. is not the sole actor involved, and there are many nations and organizations working towards a resolution. The ultimate goal is to end the violence and find a lasting solution that addresses the underlying issues and grievances of all parties involved. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next one.